hit a couple of thrift stores, and I went to Hobby Lobby this afternoon and found some good stuff on clearance, and found a couple of items I didn't know they had, and I thought you might want to be aware, just for public information. I'm just here to be a blessing. Okay, this I got a long time ago, but because I just went to Hobby Lobby. Do you see this? I just saw their 4th of July stuff all out, and I happened to catch a glimpse of this in my cabinet, my craft room cabinet, because it looks like patriotic colors. I'm going to be using this. I'm going to try to set a few things out for Memorial Day in the patriotic Americana, and that way I can enjoy it before the 4th of July. My habit is to not realize I have all this gorgeous Americana stuff until like a week before the 4th of July. So then I put it all out and I leave it up through the whole month of July. And then August is my sunflowers month. I love sunflowers, but not all the time. They're so bright and loud that I just need them in a measured amount of space. So I'll use sunflowers up until I feel like I can get by with starting to put out some fall stuff about mid-September. So that's the plan. That's what I want to do. We'll see. We'll see. It's all subject to how I'm feeling, what the needs of my family are. We travel in the summer. We do weekend trips for my guys to go whitewater rafting on the Hiwassee River in Tennessee, and on the Nantahala River and Ocoee River in North Carolina. Wait a minute, is Ocoee in Tennessee? Might be. They're real close. I don't know. Okay. The Second Chance thrift store had this for 25 cents, and I don't even know. Is it really old? Is it not really old? I see bubbles. Do y'all see the bubbles in that? I mean, I don't think it's old, but the bubbles fascinate me, and I have a little collection of old bottles just currently sitting in my kitchen windowsill, and just up there on the little, just above my sink, you know. I do love bottles, and I have a huge bottle collection somewhere that I like to set out, along with my Americana stuff. I think glass bottles are gorgeous. And I have a couple of really gorgeous big oil paintings of ships, like a ship on the ocean. And to me, that goes perfectly. I have a video, I'll try to link it in the description, of not this past summer, because that was the year of chaos. But the summer before that, I had every bit of my 4th of July Americana stuff out, and it was gorgeous. I loved it. So I'll try to link that so you can see it. But I'm going to add this immediately to my kitchen windowsill, and I'm trying to be brave. I'm not brave enough to do one continuous sweeping video of my kitchen, but I can show you particular angles, and I'm working on, okay, I've got a flips thrift flips video of the Cottagecore series part 3. I've got it just nearly ready to go. Still have to do the voiceover on that, and that takes a little while. And I've also been putting together just like a home tour, but it's portraiture. It's not video. It's just precise angles of things, of pretty things that I've collected, and my favorite spots. Not the worst, not all the worst spots. You won't be getting a tour of my garage. I promise you that. Or my bedroom right now. Margaret Ann told me, she came in my bedroom last weekend and she said, "Me, this bedroom is trashed." I said, "I know it is." I'm switching out closets, and so I've got big piles of clothes. I've got all my vintage quilts. Not all. Most of my vintage quilts are just piled in there. The mountains of things to a 5-year-old. This room is trashed. I'm working on it. If you really want to know the truth, just ask a young child. They'll tell you unfiltered truth. Okay, that's not even fun, but my son had mentioned that he would rather have a tension rod. The walkout basement is where my sons are. That's where their bedrooms are. We have a walkout. We have 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a little kitchenette, and a large playroom. But because it's a basement, the windows are deep, like a cinder block deep. We do have actual walls in there, but they're made of cinder blocks. Like between the inner sheetrock and the window that's on the outer wall, it's nearly a foot. It's big. So he said he preferred a tension rod. So that's why I got that. And it was $3 at a thrift store. I don't even know how much they are, but if I'm at a thrift store and I see something that I was going to go purchase anyway, I would rather support my local ministry thrift stores and buy things like that there than to support Walmart. So there we go. All right. This was $2.99, but purchased at the Downtown Rescue Mission. I'm a senior, so I get 20% off every day, not just one day a week, but every day, anytime I go in there. And I don't know what I need to do with it yet, but it looks like it's just perfect for having a little facelift and using for little knickety-knacks of some kind. I don't even know yet what I want to do with it, but I knew I loved it. For $2.99 minus 20%, does that make it $2.40? I'm almost able to do math in my head. Not truly, but almost. Whoop. Okay, this came from the Second Chance thrift store, and I'll be honest, I don't remember what she said how much this was. She might have said $2. It didn't have a price on it, but it has a barnwood frame. It does have glass, which I might take the glass out. This is pretty heavy. Sometimes I just want the print. I don't want the glare, but I thought that was precious. And it's got an eagle. I love those old eagles. I think they're charming, so good. All right, so maybe it was $2. I don't know. That big crackle, that's been painted as part of the art. It's not damage. It's like made to look like the picture is old. So there you go. All right. Guess what's in this bag? Enamelware. $2.99 as is. Well, I'll say as is. I think it might still have a spider in it. Not sure. These have not been washed yet. I love old, chipped up, scratched up, cracked up, rusted up enamelware. I think it's the best. It's so charming, and it lends itself to really pretty summer, 4th of July kind of stuff to me. Love that. Okay, let's see that right there. Enamelware number 2. Somebody let it boil dry. Somebody did a little something in there, or it could just be rust and stain. I don't know. But $4.99 as is, and that $2.99. All of these things are still at the place where I get 20% off. So I love the red. Red is a winner, chicken dinner. This is going to get vignetted Americana, hopefully for Memorial Day stuff. Okay, last enamelware piece, $6.99 as is. And at first glance, I thought it was black rimmed, but if you get really close, you might be able to tell it's actually navy blue, and I've never seen a navy blue edged. Can you tell that's royal navy blue? It's just very dark. If that's not screaming Americana, I don't know what is. So that's amazing. Now, totally just wrapped up things here. Totally don't remember. Have no living idea what this is going to be. Oh, yeah. Okay. An old knee-high bottle for $1.99 minus 20%. That is very patriotic colors. And it is very dirty. This has been in somebody's garage or somebody's barn loft or somewhere that it's just gathered. I wouldn't be surprised if dirt daubers have not been down in there. It's got some mysterious looking dirt. Do y'all know what dirt daubers are? That's what we call them in Alabama. The dirt daubers are the ones that make those little mud tunnels on the side of your house or anywhere outside. Dirt daubers. See, look how cute. See? That's good. Okay, last thing in this bag. no living idea. What the world? Oh, maybe I know. I can feel a little something now. Yeah. 49 cents a piece. A very old, most people say this is a cake icing spreader. For the mayonnaise lover in my life, which is my husband, this is a mayonnaise knife. You just gotta know him. This one says Bonnie Stainless Japan. And I've got a little collection of tiny little cleavers like this. And I love to see them sitting out on the little wood cutting board where my Joel loves cheese. Well, Ben loves cheese. They all love cheese. But to see it sitting out with a little block of cheese, that's so cute. I love that. We'll really use it. And Lifetime Stainless Cutlery. Is that not a Corningware pattern? My sister Lisa, collectible dinnerware on eBay, if you want to know. That was your shameless plug, sister. I think that's a Corningware design, but the blue and the white, I'm just in a patriotic mood, and I'm thinking that looks like blue and white, such as. I just recently saw an interview of some beauty pageant. It was many years ago, but the girl, God love her, she was gorgeous, but the interview was not her strong suit, and they were asking her some kind of political question, you know how they did, and she was trying to sound educated and sound like she had some wisdom and insight, and she was just putting in filler words like such as, and so, accordingly, so, and such as, in the middle of places that didn't belong. And it just is, bless it, I would freeze up if I was in that situation. So I mean, I'm not making fun of it, but it was pretty hilarious. So I've been saying such as. Okay, the last thing, I'm gonna save it. I've got something very special that I found at that downtown rescue mission, but I'm gonna save it for last because just because I love to end up on an awesome, my favorite thing. Okay, let me do my Hobby Lobby stuff. Hobby Lobby happened to have their, the scrapbook pages that are 12 inches by 12 inches are 69 cents, but they happen to be 40% off. So that's just sheet music, and it's a lovely color. And I was wondering if I might use, maybe not this one, but I was wondering if I might cut pieces of that to go like in the background of this. That's got some spider webs too. That's really special. But, a piece of scrapbook paper adds a lot of visual interest to a piece like that. But first I got to decide where I'm going to use it, and then I'll know what kind of pattern to add to it. But I found this. Okay, and then this other one, it's not exactly my style, but I think it's so cute, and I didn't want to invest unless I were to find it at a thrift store. I didn't want to purchase a framed piece of art from Hobby Lobby that has a Highland cow, but look, they have a page. They have a scrapbook paper page that can be framed or used in some kind of way. Now, I can't imagine in my world where I'm going to put this. It does not really vibe. Give me your suggestions. Is it no, not a bathroom, not a bedroom, not the kitchen. I don't know where I would put this unless it's right over my dog food picnic basket. I don't know, but because I have had a desire to have a Highland cow of some kind, and they make cute ones, the painted ones that have a wreath of flowers, and they're very artistic looking, and all that's cute. But I said, this is my chance to get that out of my system, or to express myself in this way, the Highland cow. I mean, I guess it could go near my humongous sheep. Maybe, I don't know. I'll be surprising you, probably surprising you a lot. I do a lot, don't I? Do I surprise y'all? I surprise myself. Okay, Hobby Lobby clearance is such a fun place to shop. This started out $8.49. It was $2.12, and I don't know, Olivia Grace, my daughter, she may talk me out of it, but I think that's going to be super cute with some greenery in that. Let me set this over here. This one I was going to add a cork to. It was only $1.62, but I think that's a really pretty little pattern, and I think it needs a cork, and it needs some kind of like something like bath salts or and such. Something like that. Pretty. I love the, it's a real, I don't know what you'd call that color. Can you tell what color it is? It's not really hunter, it's not sage, it's definitely not olive, it's not really teal. It's just a good, it's a good shade, and I love all that ornate stuff. This started out $15.99, and it says candles because it's got a little spot for candle in the top. But you know, it's got a hole board. Is it maybe all the way through it? I don't know. You could still probably use it as a vase if you could pop this candle thing out. $3.99 for real wood. And I just love the texture of wood pieces. I think that they add a lot of good depth to your grouping of your decor without screaming for attention. It's very subtle, but good, very good. Love that. Oh, scoot over, 100-year-old Bible. I still haven't got my Bible added to my bookshelf yet. Okay, and these things are not vintage. I mean, they're newly purchased, but I mean, these are things like the little pipberry garland, $2.49 but 40% off. Look closely when you pick these up, because some of them have a darker, more vintage looking red, and some have the brightest red, lipstick red you've ever seen. So I always try to make sure I'm picking up the ones that have the dark red, and I love to just twirl these around and add these to my groupings. I've got a couple of rolls of it, but I'm not sure where. I do have some all my 4th of July stuff is supposed to be together. It's together, and I think I know where it is in my she shed. Okay, these little girlies were $2.49 but 40% off, and I think they're so sweet. They're really wood, but I'm going to go over them. I'm not loving that glitter. I don't know if I could scrape or sand that glitter off, not sure. But I'm definitely going to go over them with some antique wax to make them look more vintage and less bright colored, because most of my Americana stuff is aged. Like this little kitchen towel. Look at this kitchen towel, $4.49 but 40% off. And I love that it has the, I am running out of places. I love that it has the, you know, the aged tone of it. And I won't use it as a towel. I'll use it some kind of way with my, my decor, my vignettes of some kind. I will, you know, I'm imagining this thing kind of draped around with some other stuff. Like that. Like that. Oh, look. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, you can't really see. There you can. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. Okay. And I don't even know. These in the package for $2.99, 40% off. Paper folding fans. Why did I want to say pans? We're going to get one out and see what it's like on the inside. I have no living idea. I think it's going to be like American flag. You see how it looks folded? But we don't know. They didn't have one. That's pretty cute. And I don't know if there's a way to make that look old without ruining the paper, because it is actually paper, and you can actually put that little thing back to keep it in place. Whew, I could use it anytime, just about any time I could use a good fan. I've got some exciting ideas to use on my dining room table. I rarely put a tablecloth on my dining room table because my people they just drag and pull at it. The grandchildren pull it, and it's just a mess. Yeah, they're all the same pattern. That's cute. But I really want to, very much so, I want to use blue toile, which I think I have a piece of. I want to use blue toile or red toile and some ticking stripe as a runner down the middle of the whatever toile, big piece of fabric I can find to use as a tablecloth. And I'll leave it up even if only to just take a picture, and then I'll share it with you. Oh, my favorite thing. Oh, how many people guessed it would be a quilt? You know I'm going to find a quilt. Look at the beautiful colors, and it's very Americana. And look, the whole back is blue. I love that so much. Okay, it was marked. The ticket says $29.99, but 20% off made me get it for $24. And I nearly had tears in my eyes as I was bringing it from the rack where I found it up to the cash register, because I was like, this was here for me. This was here for me. Okay, look at the edge, how it's worn. This is truly authentic. I want you to look at the pattern, how it's quilted. And I want you to notice the vintage fabric. That is flour sacks that, you know, flour that you would use for cooking. And is this pattern, there's a name to this pattern. Comment if you know the pattern name. I've heard it before in my life, but it escapes me right this minute. I'm guessing this is a full-size quilt, maybe just a twin, but perfect for decor. And I really want to come up with some kind of way to feature it. Y'all see my necklace? It's pretty cute, but it's hanging too low. I want to find a way to feature it in my home for the summer, some kind of way. And I'm not sure. I don't want it to be where people and dogs can abuse it and actually come in too much contact with it. So I've got to think of a way to feature it. But that's exciting. That's beautiful, and I love it. So happy. Oh, I'm a rescuer of old quilts. I proclaim that I am. I declare and I accept the role that has been self-imposed to be a rescuer of old quilts. I love them. I think, hey, this one doesn't even smell curious. Sometimes they do. I'm not washing it though. It doesn't need washing. If it's got a really funky, some kind of smell, I will wash it gently, and then I'll lay it flat out in the sun to let it dry, that kind of thing. Unless I just feel like it's super strong and it'll stand up to a little gentle tumbling in my dryer. But not if it's very perfectly beautiful old. And this one just smells like somebody's cedar closet. This is good. This was kept in a home of love. And I'm so glad. I always love the way they write "as is" on the tag. I'm like, why do they do that? Is somebody expecting this to be a brand new product, like it came from Walmart or somewhere? It's going to be perfect, and it's not going to have the batting peeping out on the edges. That's what you can't get at Walmart. That's why I never shop for stuff in retail stores till I have checked thoroughly for a good long time in thrift stores. And if I have to, I'll buy something at a thrift store. I mean, at a Walmart or somewhere, you know. Ross is good. Ross and TJ Maxx, they're pretty good if you have to buy something brand new. But I would 10 times, 100 times rather have something old and vintage and meaningful instead of something new and mass-produced that everybody in the world has. This is one of a kind. There's not another one exactly like it on the face of the earth. That's precious. That's special. I love that. And what I love most is that somebody's little hands, some lady sat and picked all the fabrics out of her scrap bucket, her scrap box, and she put them all together in a beautiful way. And then, I mean, there's no way to tell Well, there might be a way to tell if it's hand stitched or machine stitched. Could be machine stitched, but definitely the part where you make all the layers, the quilt top, the cotton matting in between, and the back, you have to run an actual needle and thread up and down, up and down, up and down, all the way through to get these pieces put together. And that's the actual quilting. The piecing of the quilt top can be done by hand or by machine. This looks like it could have been done by machine, but it's neat. It's so pretty. I love how carefully all the pieces match up to make the pattern just as perfect as it should be. I feel like $24 was a great price for me to pay, and I'm excited to use it this summer. And I'm excited to hear from all of you. And I should, after this one, I should have another cottage core episode 3 of that series, and then I might change gears because I think I've got enough content to do my front porch, just a standalone video of just my front porch, because it deserves a makeover. It needs a makeover, and I'm excited about that. I pray that God blesses all of you, and I want to tell you that if you're working really hard and things have not turned out like you expected, I'm going to get emotional because someone close to me has experienced this, doing all the right things, and it's still really hard, and you're not seeing the outcome that you're expecting to see. Don't stop doing the right things. Just keep doing the right things. You'll get a breakthrough. God sees you. He sees your heart. He knows that you're praying and you're trusting Him. Don't quit. Keep going. Keep going. You'll see your breakthrough. God has never failed me yet.